and we promise you that we have a surprise for you. Ayanda Ali Payne is at a function here in Auckland Park. Ayanda, once again, a very good morning. Unveil, my dear.
Well, it's good morning and thank you so much for that introduction. I, however, am not the surprise. Thank you so much for that, Elvis. Welcome to this special broadcast here on the SABC News channel. And yep, you quite rightly said it. Today we are doing the big reveal. And celebrations are in order, festivities abound as we unveil our Rugby World Cup plans for the next 6 weeks. Take it from me, Elvis. The Boks have yet to take to the field, but already South Africa, in fact, the continent at large, are winning. And that's because of the SABC's great plans to enhance your viewing pleasure. So, Habashe, let's do this. To officially begin the proceedings today, allow me to acknowledge the dignitaries here present. Faith Mutambi, the Minister in the Department of Communications, joins us. She's accompanied by other officials as well. But I'm not going to do the official protocols. I will call upon the Group Executive for SABC Sport, Bessie Tugwana, to do the honors. Round of applause, please.
Good morning. Good morning, Minister, and welcome. Good morning, GCO, COO, and CFO, and all the executives here, the board members. I recognize you all. And our esteemed guest, you are welcome. Today is a day that I feel very honored, very, I think sometimes when something as big happens, you don't have words to express yourself because there are no words to express it. But I feel very proud and very honored to be part of this big reveal. Because when I joined sport, I dreamed of giving South Africans the best television sporting experience. I didn't know that one day we'll give them a world-class. World class, I won't say what it is because all of us are going to see it when it's revealed in the next few minutes. But we at Sport are proud that we will be bringing the Rugby World Cup to South Africans in an experience and an environment that the world has been enjoying for years. It is here with us today. Thank you, Mr. COO. You've pushed us because you believe South Africans deserve the best. And today, we are revealing the best for South Africans. And thank you very much.
And my thanks to you once again, GE. Short, sharp, to the point, and extremely informative and insightful. And I'm not alluding to her stature, but the content at least. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me now to introduce the Group Executive for News and Current Affairs, Mr. Jimmy Matthews.
Good morning and welcome, and I observe all protocol. Let me say that this is one of the biggest milestones that we at the SABC have achieved and reached. Today we're going to share with you our plans going forward, not just for the Rugby World Cup, but we're going to demonstrate to you our preparedness for DTT. We are ready to enter the digital age. We are ready to exploit all the dividends that digital technology offers us. And we could not have done this, as my colleague Bessie said a moment ago, without a COO who pushes, who doesn't back off. When we've said things like, it will take us a few months to get sorted, he raises an eyebrow. I wanted to say he runs his hand through his hair, but when you see him later, you'll see it's not true. But I think it's hugely important what we're about to do today, not just for sport, but for the whole SABC, as an integrated SABC, for sport, for news, for television in general. So I'm excited. I'm as excited as Bessie is. And I know you didn't come here to listen to me, so I'm going to take my seat, and because I can't contain myself, actually. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Matthews. You and I both. I can almost hear the rumbling in the background, that drum roll as we eagerly await in great expectation for the big reveal. So you can hear the pace of the speeches quite quick and the heartbeats here racing as we're going to see not only that new studio, but a great new promises that await. But wait, that's not what we're going to be talking about now. Up next, I'm going to call upon the group CEO, Mr. Matala, to bring us some more information about exactly what we can anticipate.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Master of Ceremony, please allow me to warmly welcome all our distinguished guests, which include the Honorable Minister, our Faith Mutambi, the Chairperson of the SABC Board, Professor Obert Maguve, members of the SABC Board who are present here today, fellow Executive Directors, as well as members of Group Executive Committee of the SABC, and finally, all members of the media present here today. I want to start by reminding us about the mandate of the SABC. The mandate of the SABC, as prescribed by the Broadcasting Act, enjoins and requires us as an organization to entertain, to inform, and to educate all our audiences. And that more importantly, we should do so by ensuring that there's increased coverage of our products and services, which we hope will be done increasingly with modern and digitized facilities. And I want to say this, that in changing times, it is expected of every media organization, and the SABC is no different, that we should endeavor as an organization to embrace new technologies, and that we should seek at all times to modernize our aging infrastructure in the quest to give our customers a better quality product or the best quality product. Today's function aims to celebrate one such a milestone. In this regard, we are blessed with the presence of the Honorable Minister, who's going to give a keynote address as today's function. And as I said earlier, mine is to keep the suspense going. Haba Shwe. Thank you.
Havashe, indeed. Let's do it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker perhaps should be on the field and playing rugby, because judging by the way that he's been described throughout the course of the morning, he's someone who's been called headstrong, someone with a never say die attitude. So I can imagine him in a rugby tussle. I'd like to call upon the group COO of the SABC, Mr. Hlaudi Mosoneng.
Thank you very much, Ayanda, our Minister, Faith Mutambi, our Chairperson, Professor Maguve, our GCO, our Company Secretary and ESCO members, and our guest, special guest here, Mr. Nazim, you know Mr. Nazim from somewhere, and Moxin from somewhere. Thank you very much for joining us. It is a special day for the organization SABC. We are very proud at the SABC that we are competing amongst the best broadcasters around the world, not South Africa. The studios that we have put in place, they are the best. You can go and check yourself, because when we talk, some people, they don't believe. You know, when you read Bible, there's someone called Thomas. He could only believe when he see. So I'm inviting you to go and see the studios that we are going to unveil today. But what is more important for SABC is the strategy that we have put in place. Myself, the CFO, including the CEO, is part of this project. Because, you know, when you lead big organizations like SABC, I don't rely on management. I also rely on myself. Because I should make sure that when they talk to me, I know what they are talking about. I go and do my own research. And most of the time I disagree with the team because I have done my own research. When I push them because I know that in their mindset, they believe that to build a studio, you can take 2 years. We're supposed to take 3 years. Myself and ESCO members, we said, no, we can't take 3 years to build some of the studios. We went out and visited other broadcasters. After visiting all those broadcasters, we realized that we as SABC, really, we are not moving with speed. We went out and tried to invite some of the companies to come and present to us what kind of studio they could build for the SABC. Because, you know, Minister and the chairperson of the board, you see, I have a serious problem about tender. You know, this tendering. And when we talk about tender, you just talk about the specification on paper. We don't know, we don't see. The decision that we have taken within the SABC, anyone who does business with SABC, they need to come and demonstrate to the broadcasters so that when we give go ahead, we have seen this, what kind of studios that they are going to supply to us. We were supposed to take 3 years to build such a studio. We took less than 3 months. The studio is up and running. Haba shwe! From today, this evening, that studio is going to be live at 10 o'clock. Friday, you know what is happening. It's rugby. Our talent, all of them are here. There is someone who's very tough there. I don't touch him when I shake his hand. My brother. He knows himself for a good reason. But the technology that we are putting now, as the CEO did allude to the issue of moving with times, it is a digital studio. The best studio amongst the best. I wonder how many people in South Africa, they own such studios. I know one of them, but we are on par now. There is a company called the Fox. They are the best when it comes to studio technology around the world. We are second with this studio that we have already built today. And I'm very glad. I want to congratulate the team, the ops team. Jamie, Bessie, I'm just mentioning the two because they are the owners of that studio, including Verona in her absence. That studio, it is a multi-studio. Sport can use the studio, news can use the studio, talk shows, they can use those studios. But what is very interesting about those studios, they are movable. You can take those studios like your bag to London. When you pack your bag, you can pack those studios. But you can't steal them. Don't think that when I'm saying they are movable, you can just move them. But SABC, we are glad that really we are launching this new exciting studio, new technology, touch screen. And people are going to be very excited when you watch SABC from this evening. You'll see the difference between our own studios and the new studio. I have been saying to the team of the SABC, it is very important that we move with speed for implementation. Because some of people, when they implement, when you have a document, you think it's the outcome. For me, the outcome is when I see the studio working. And I have been saying to Jimmy, they were saying, no, we are done with the studio. I said, no, I don't want to go there. Take me when you are done. They took me yesterday. I'm happy that the studio is exciting. And I think even our own presenters, analysts, the team of the SABC, the family of the SABC, I think you are very excited about such studios. But we are not ending there. We are going to build such studios in the provinces also, because we want to take the best SABC so that we can contribute to our own public. You also have your dramas within the organization. You can also use that studio because it is a studio that is flexible. The sets are very exciting. It turns automatically. You know, the colors, it doesn't matter what kind of a color you wear. The technical team will be able to adjust the colors. But it is, Minister, the best studio, and I'm glad to be part of the SABC, to be part of this team. They work hard, the SABC team. And you have all the expertise within the organization. It's just that sometimes I bulldoze them. I'm not talking about a mandate, because operations is action, implementation. The CEO can talk about strategy, mandate is fine. My job is to make sure that people deliver. Thank you very much.
Well, thanks to you, COO. And I must be honest, I was one of those Thomases. So I went and took a look at the new studio. I was absolutely flabbergasted, exceedingly envious as well, quite jealous. So I purposed in my heart that after this broadcast and after the 6 weeks of the Rugby World Cup, that I would personally launch a hostile takeover, coup d'etat of those studios. We must reclaim them for news. They are absolutely advanced and incredible, not only to look at, but quite functional as well. So I'm quite envious of my colleague, Udo Carlson. We'll be crossing to him a little bit later in this broadcast, and he'll be showing us exactly how it works. But ladies and gentlemen, allow me now to call upon the SABC Board Chair, Professor Maguve.
Thank you, Program Director. It's not only the Thomases who should go there and see the studio. As I also read the Bible, there was also another apostle who had lots of doubts, Peter. He couldn't walk on water because of the doubt. So after this, all the Thomases and Peters should go there. Good morning, Honorable Minister, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. On behalf of the SABC, I welcome you to the launch of the multi-purpose studio. These are indeed exciting times for the SABC. Last year, we launched Channel 404, our 24-hour news channel. It is our quest to ensure that our valued viewers and listeners are kept abreast of the latest global developments 24 hours a day. As our mandate dictates, we ensured that boxing is brought back to the public's TV screens so that the public is entertained. As if that was not enough, we launched the Anchor channel for people to enjoy the dramas and other programs they enjoyed in the 90s. Today we have assembled here to personally witness the launch of a multi-purpose studio. The question which I suppose is milling in our minds is, why the launch and why today? We couldn't have identified a more suitable day identified a more suitable day, but we are doing this because we are on the eve of the Rugby World Cup, and we want to give our viewers quality viewing. The era of total digital broadcasting, from program production to digital receivers, is upon us, thanks to advances in image compression technology, higher integration, and improved performance in LSI devices, and the rapid progress in digital technologies, including the development of digital transmission systems. This is what this state-of-the-art multi-purpose studio is offering. Through the multi-purpose studio, SABC and our viewers shall enjoy a myriad of benefits. This studio is fully equipped with advanced digital technologies and functionalities that allow the processing of broadcast signals in the studio and over relay networks. Additional benefits of this studio include, and of course are not limited to, multi-channel broadcasting capability, high image quality, sophisticated functions, the ability to do broadcasting with other media, and efficient spectrum utilization. The studio that we are launching today has, for example, some of the following features. It is robust. Gone are the days of digital picture quality in the form of noise on the television screen. Large band compression of video and audio signals. Because of its compression techniques, SABC will achieve high compression ratios for both standard and HD TV. Error correction techniques. Unlike analog technology, which is difficult to correct errors, the technology in this state-of-the-art studio will allow for errors to be corrected, including reducing or totally eradicating errors such as noise. I must also commend the ops team for having delivered this state-of-the-art studio in 3 months. I believe that within a year, all provinces will be having such studios. And Ntate Mswening and your team keep on working hard. This is what SABC wants to have and wants to see. We want to be competitive. And we can't be competitive if we are always behind other institutions out there. So go on giving us this kind of facilities. In conclusion, I hope the studio will be fully utilized and that we are going to notice the many good and interesting things I have highlighted above. Thank you, Program Director.
Well, my thanks to you, Prof. Don't worry, you have my guarantee. I will make sure that that studio is fully utilized one way or another. But sticking with that analogy that he alluded to a bit earlier of religion, I think we're all about to be a witness. We're going to testify to that studio and its functionings a little bit later. Let's stick with that theme a little bit longer because our next speaker has shown a lot of faith in the SABC and I believe is seeing the fruits thereof. She has shown trust in us and is now reaping the great rewards. Ladies and gentlemen, the Minister in the Department of Communications, the Honorable Faith Mutambi.
Yes, Ayanda, I've got faith and trust in the SABC. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Program Director. And then I'll greet the chairperson of the board, Professor Magube. Then greet our brand new group chief executive, but is no longer brand new, Mr. Franz Matlala. Then I'll greet the chief operation officer, Mr. Mutwenengi. Then our group chief financial officer, Mr. James Aguma. Head of SABC Sport, Ms. Bessie Tugwana, and head of SABC News, Mr. Jimmy Matthews. Also to greet our colleagues from the other side. I've seen the editor and the CEO of ANN7. Welcome and good morning, ladies and gentlemen, including our presenters and everybody. Good morning, everyone. You seem so serious. I don't know what's the occasion. Are you well? We should be celebrating, but I'm just seeing angry faces. I don't know what's happening. But nevertheless, you all know that we are only left with 3 days before the World Cup. And to whet our appetite, SABC today is unveiling its new multi-purpose studio and set, which will broadcast in full high definition. The studio will service the SABC Sport, SABC TV, and SABC News respectively, using the latest technology, equipment, and features. I must say, what a perfect timing. You'll all recall that the cost of sport broadcasting rights have escalated over the years, locally and internationally. In the process, making it difficult and expensive, in particular for the public broadcasters around the world to secure sports rights. I must commend our one and only SABC for continuing to punch beyond your weight in ensuring that the viewers at home have access to news, TV, and sport content. I must commend also the leadership of the SABC for ensuring that the majority of our people will have an opportunity to also watch Amabokobok. I'm told that the SABC will broadcast all the 37 international rugby world matches throughout September till the end of October. To put the cherry on top, the broadcast of the Rugby World Cup 2015 will be on a full high definition quality. I think it's a bonus for the poor people in the villages. I must confess also that I'm impressed by this campaign written, Havash, let's do it, let's do this. It also seeks to galvanize the South Africans to support the rugby national team. I must say up front that as a Minister of Communication, information and knowledge sharing is very close to my heart. The mandate of the department, as you all know, is to ensure that all South Africans have got access to information and knowledge in order to advance domestic development and growth, to support the agenda and build a better country and a better world. And then I take pride in seeing that the SABC is on the forefront of doing this. As we also count down to the official launch of the broadcasting digital migration, it's also encouraging to see that our public broadcaster is gearing itself to switch from analog to digital. I'm told that this new studio and its top-of-the-range specifications will enable the SABC to be more ready for digital terrestrial television. I understand that the facilities here have been built in such a way that it will be easy to adapt with the variations of that DTT comes with in terms of broadcasting. When South Africa's TV industry switches from analog to digital broadcasting, terrestrial TV broadcasters like the SABC will also introduce new channels. And one of them will be the sport channel, in which the viewers will be spoiled for this kind of choice. Broadcasting is part of information technology sector in which both technology and public policy have undergone revolutionary change in the past 2 decades. These changes are radically altering the structure of the broadcasting industry. As government, we will continue to ensure that no one is left out and the majority of our people continue to enjoy to watch the SABC as the public broadcaster of choice. The SABC has got a pedigree and experience to give its news, TV, and sports viewers a lasting experience. I'll give an example of the sporting experience. Like you have successfully broadcasted the Beijing 2008 Olympics. You have done it on the Soccer World Cup for 2010. You have been broadcasting all the Commonwealth Games and also the African Cup of Nations tournaments, just to mention the few. These events are a demonstration that the SABC can deliver. In my mind, I have no doubt that also the Rugby World Cup coverage will be exceptional. With these few words, I must say, Hava Ashe, let's do it, the box, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister. No, earlier you said we looked angry. We're not angry. We're just very, very concerned about our competition. How are they going to cope now that the SABC has upped its ante? It's going to be habashwe for them as we do it. So that's why we were looking a bit like we were concerned. We're very worried. No, and they should be worried indeed as well. But ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the official proceedings this side. Very soon I'm going to have to hand you over to Udo Krauser. But before I do that, let's call upon the Group CFO of the SABC, Mr. James Akomo.
Good morning, colleagues of the SABC, Honorable Minister, the Chair of the Board, my colleagues at EXCO, and the visitors from somewhere else, Mr. Mushin Williams and Mr. Nazim Hoa. We always get invited to the functions we host, and we're happy to see you at ours. Colleagues, I always envisage the tombstone that is going to be erected in 90 years when Mr. Muswaneng passes away. And that tombstone is going to be a very long one. Inscripted on it is going to be Pastor, COO, and many others. But one that people should not forget in respect to this new studio that we have is probably that one of a gynecologist, an obstetrician. Reasons being that he has led to the birth of a new studio. Many people did not believe that it could happen until, well, he squeezed it out of the CAPEX budget of the SABC. It's very important, colleagues, to also notice that the new studio is a testament to the financial stability at the SABC. We have always been slammed and called names, always been told to be financially probably incompetent, for lack of a better word. But I just need to emphasize the following. One, it's a fact that the SABC is financially stable. It's a fact that we have 1 billion in cash. It's a fact that we have 1 billion to spend on capital projects. It's a fact that this studio, as pushed by the Mr. Musoneng and EXCO, has saved the SABC over 11 million rands in a shorter time. It has been built in less than 3 months, yet we had over a 36-month period. We need also to emphasize that we have improved audit outcomes, which is a testament that not only don't we have the cash, but we also do have the ability to manage our affairs. We are steadily moving towards an organization that people will be proud of. I also need to answer to the minister's request, or rather question, when she asked, "Are you all sad?" And I wouldn't be surprised if people look sad. If you look behind you there and look at the beast, I'm sure the majority of us were worrying, worried about the English team, the New Zealanders and so on, what this guy is going to do to them. There is a saying that do not despise a tick that rests on the shoulder of an elephant. Because if you despise it and laugh at it because it's resting on the shoulder of an elephant, you may get trampled. If you look at that picture, colleagues, you will see that the springbok is resting on the left shoulder of Mr. Tendai. So I pity people who will despise the springbok because he represents the elephant that may run over them. I also need just probably to close this by saying that the Springboks are going to bring the cap back, and the reasons for this is if you are an astrologer like me, because I'm looking for titles also here, ladies and gentlemen, you will notice the following. Homo naledi was discovered some time ago. They exposed that to the world recently. I was in Venda over the weekend. I almost succeeded in Musangwe, but the people were a bit too strong for me. But however, I saw that Benedict Daswa was beatified, so he's going to be a saint very soon. Now, if you look at it, astrologers will tell you that the planets aligned somewhere. And when I take a look behind me here, this guy doesn't seem like he's coming from the UK without a medal. I want to thank all of you for coming here, and please let's just use this studio to make sure that whoever doubted our capabilities to deliver, our capabilities to reconstruct ourselves as financially viable, and whoever doubts the springbok that is riding on that elephant, let him be sorry. Thank you very much.
And thanks to you, CFO. Habashwe. Let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment of truth is almost upon us. Now, as is the nature with live television, everything happens in real time. So I'm going to move our guests from here. We're going to go around the corner to see that much-awaited studio. I still remain quite jealous of Udo Carlser. My colleague will be taking over from here on in. We're going to take a quick ad break, and we'll be back for the big reveal in just a moment. Stay right where you are.
Let's do this. How about you? Let's do this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. How about you? Let's do this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay.
People, can you feel the vibe as we begin to rise? Faces to the sky, our voices come alive. Everyone unite. This is the time right now. We begin to sing. Whoa, whoa. Everybody dance. Yeah, yeah. Can you feel the heat? Whoa, whoa. This is your moment now. Everybody wave your flag. Wave your flag. Wave your, wave your, wave, 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 wave.
se wena e tla nna mang e tla nna mang khemang o di maitsana paying the game nte ke go bitse ka maina mafatswa your name ona ka di motsopodiana ka di thulaka na ka dintlha ana re wa ipona jaaka setšhaba se go bona thupa sefoka ke tla go tlhabela kgomo e nonneng le rane le tshwana re bidise kana tshotlo dinggemere le dikuku ke moletlo o lekane mogaka ba fentse kwa ntweng to ya diraga di Let's do this.
Can you feel the vibe as we begin to rise? Faces to the sky, our voices come alive. Everyone unite. This is the time right now. We begin to sing. Everybody dance. Can you feel the heat? This is your moment now. Everybody wave your flag. Se wena e tla nna mang khemang o di maitsana paying the game nte ke go bitse ka maina mafatswa your name ona ka di motsopodiana ka di thulaka na ka dintlha ana re wa ipona jaaka setšhaba se go bona thupa sefoka ke tla go tlhabela kgomo e nonneng le rane le tshwana re bidise kana tshotlo dinggemere le dikuku ke moletlo o lekane mogaka ba fentse kwa ntweng to ya diraga di Whoa. Oh, can you feel the vibe as we begin to rise? Faces to the sky, our voices come alive. Everyone unite. This is the time right now. We begin to sing.